Hi everyone, welcome back. It's the 18th of June 2018 and I'm trading the New York session today, seeing if I can get any trades out of the markets, but looking across the board at the moment there's nothing happening at all. Everything's just going sideways. Just flick through these, you can see there's just no price action at all and nothing that's anywhere near any of our entry criteria. And so let's see what happens, see if it's going to be a slow day or see if this starts to take off in a little while. Maybe everyone's at home watching the World Cup if there's any matches on right now. Okay, so I'll pause for now, and if anything happens I shall come back and let you know what I'm up to. Hi, back again, but with really very little to report. I took two trades as they came through entry points that we take them on and did no good. I mean, they just pulled back. So the pound Japanese yen, I took this and it pulled back, stopping me out. I lost 12 pips on that. And the Australian dollar Japanese yen is the only other trade that I took, and this one pulled out, went through our entry criteria, pulled back again, so I punched out of that, losing 1 pip. So I'm down 13 pips at the moment and just looking at a lot of nothingness at the moment. The markets are just not moving at all. So we've had a couple of threats at the Japanese yen's, looking like it's getting strong, but then it's eased off again. So I'm just going to sit here patiently, give it another hour and a half, see what happens and see if the markets start moving. So I'll pause again and I shall be back soon. Okay, back for an update. There's been a few changes but nothing spectacular. I just thought I'd run you through these and show you where I am at the moment. I'm still down 13 pips. The only trades that I'm in at the moment are the Australian dollar US dollar, which hit one of our entry points, and I've taken that short, looking for further downside movement. I'm also back in the Australian dollar Japanese yen, again short, looking for further downside movement, and the US dollar Canadian dollar. I'm in this long, looking for upside movement on this. Not looking great at the moment. The markets are still very quiet, very lethargic at the moment. So I'll pause again and I shall be back if there's any changes. Back again with a quick update as we're seeing a little more price action now. Nothing spectacular, but it is moving a little bit now. So trades I'm in at the moment, the Australian dollar, let's just run through these quickly. The pound Japanese yen much earlier on, I took that and I got stopped out. That was 12 pips down, I lost 12 pips on that. The original trade on the Australian dollar Japanese yen, I'll get to that in a minute, but for now, the Australian dollar US dollar, I took this earlier on and punched out of it because it pulled back, hit a certain part of our criteria where we need to punch out of a trade if it doesn't push past a certain level. So the original trade on the Australian dollar US dollar, I was down 2 pips. I've taken a re-entry on this, still looking for further downside movement and just hanging on to that at the moment. It's just around about my entry point right now. Australian dollar Japanese yen, original trade on this was again punched out of that because it pulled back into the area that we took the trade on, and now have a re-entry at 0.0 on that, looking for further downside movement. The US dollar Canadian dollar, I've taken this one on a re-entry. The original trade on this, I punched out of this as it pulled back into the area where we have to punch out using the Price Action Traders Institute criteria. Back in again, a re-entry on at 20, so I'm looking for further upside movement on this. And CJ, Canadian dollar Japanese yen, taking this one short, looking for further downside movement on this. At the moment I've got all of my take profits set at 2 to 1, I believe. So because it's getting a little late in the day, I'd be quite happy if these trades came down and gave me a 2 to 1 risk to reward ratio. But we'll let them run, see what happens. I'll pause again and I shall be back soon. Okay, final update. I'm out of all trades now on what turned out to be an extremely slow day today. Wasn't much going on. Not many pairs to be able to take trades on, but came out slightly profitable. Managed to pull myself out of that small hole that I was in. So I'll just quickly run through these and show you where I ended up. The Euro US dollar, I took no trades. Euro Japanese yen, no trades on this either. Pound US dollar, I took a trade. No, I didn't take a trade on that. No trades on the pound US dollar. Pound Japanese yen, I took an early trade on this and got stopped out. Price, or did I punch out of that? Let's just have a look. No, I was stopped out of that. That was a trade that I took and it immediately, you can see where I took it, it immediately reversed, hit my stop, losing 12 pips for me. So that was the pound Japanese yen. Moving on to the Australian dollar US dollar, I had two trades on this. The first trade, I took short here, and you can see that the price reversed, came back into an area where we decided to punch out using our criteria. And so I punched out and I lost, let me just check. I lost 2 pips on that. Pulled back in, I lost 2 pips. The second entry on this, I took it short again at 20, re-entry, and I took profit on that. I took 5 pips on that. It came, in fact, I pulled my price stop down on this, and price pulled back and hit my price stop, so I managed to get 5 pips on that. Australian dollar Japanese yen, 2 trades again on this. First trade, again, it came out of where the entry level was, pulled back a little bit, and the criteria said I had to punch out of that. That candle closed, and so I punched out of that AJ, initially losing 1 pip. It was just a 1 pip loss there. Took a second trade on that as it come through one of our re-entry points, and managed to come out of that again. I moved my price stop down pretty aggressive towards the end, just as well I did because price has reversed on it. So that second trade on the AJ, I took 5 pips on that. I'd locked in 5 pips, and that's where it came back and hit that price stop. So moving on, US dollar Japanese yen, there were no trades on that. US dollar CAD, I took 2 trades on this. First one that I took, you can see here, took it long as it came through our entry criteria, pulled back, and again I had to punch out of that. Losing, let me see, I lost 3 pips on that initial trade, this one here. Took a re-entry on this as it came up through one of our entry levels and pushed this up. Again, moving my price stop up, and I managed to take 11 pips on that second trade. And Canadian dollar Japanese yen, just took 1 trade on this. I took this short at 58 as it come through the entry level, and I took profit on that. Again, this came back and hit my price stop. I managed to take 7 pips on that. So not a fantastic day. Wasn't a lot to be taken, but ending up with a small bit of profit. Probably just covered my commissions at the end of the day. So I ended up with plus 10 pips, but at least I was in the market, giving myself a chance to do something good, but there was nothing good to be taken. Okay, I'll wrap this up for now. If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit subscribe so you'll get an update as and when the new videos come out. You can see my website, which is www.uk2asia.com, or follow me on Twitter. Everything that I do as I'm trading, I post live on Twitter, and that's just at uk2asia. Thanks very much. Look forward to seeing you again, doing another video for you again soon. Thanks very much.